tell a friend. To tell a friend. Listen up, you little bitches, this a PSA. I manifested all my dreams cause I found a way. I don't get caught up in the drama, I just stay out the way. I break loose and say my prayers and have a real nice day. Now I'm back, jumping out the windows. Hope you haters can't see all my wins though. Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your friends though. I'ma keep winning, baby, just hope and believe so. Welcome to the Tribe 9 podcast. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Well, good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good. Up and at it.
You're up and at it. What time y'all get up this morning? Let's hear it. 5.
Yeah, I got up at 5:30 as well. So
it's about 6-ish.
I got up at 8. I got up at 8.
At
7.
7:04.
7:04. Oh, okay. Jazz is on the road, guys.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
Jazz is on the road.
But yes, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. At least, if not.
All right, y'all, some early birds. Okay. I mean, if you ever went to breakfast with James Bowman, guys, y'all getting up early in the morning. Y'all getting up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. He'll just hit you with, I'm going to breakfast. So
I'll be in the car in 5 minutes. You better be in there if you want to go.
You better be in the car if you want to go.
He is me, I am him.
Isn't that interesting?
All right. Okay, guys, we have a jam-packed session and we don't want to waste any time. So let's get right into it. Of course, we want to start off with our segment of Let's Be Real. As I said before, guys, Let's Be Real is just giving us a space to be honest about whatever is going on in our personal lives around the world or things that we just want to get off our chest to say. I'm not going to start this time because I don't really know what I want to be real about just yet. So hopefully with me talking right now, y'all are thinking about what you want to be real about. And I guess let's pass it off to Brittany. What you want to be real about?
How I knew you was gonna start with me. Let's be real. This pollen is kicking my butt. I never had issues with pollen before. Now I'm getting older and here we go with all these allergies. So yeah, the pollen is not my friend now, I guess, apparently. So yeah, it's been stressing me out, sinuses and all this, trying to get adjusted to this new norm of having allergies. So yeah, that's me.
Can't you get a shot for that? Don't you want to get a shot?
It's aggravating. You have to go every week. Miles does it, and he has to go every other week. And then once you get to every other week, if you miss one, then you start all back over. So it's just a headache. So yeah, Zyrtec and whatever else works, and I'm just gonna stick with it and sound nasally. That's all.
Yeah, I've always had an allergy problem ever since my eyes would close shut. And it would get, still to this day, it gets terrible. I have extreme allergies, but
yeah.
I hope that you can weather through the storm. Take some Claritin, some Zyrtec, because if you take Claritin one summer, then you can't take it the next summer. You got to switch off the brands, because otherwise, I can never take the same. I can never take the same one.
Yeah, I do a half a Zyrtec every night before bed during those seasons. And I do it before bed so I'm not drowsy in the morning. But I do a half a Zyrtec, and I do get the Costco brand. If you really want to get into it, because it's so expensive. So Costco brand is $10. And do it a half a pill every night before bed, and I don't have to worry about my allergies.
Okay. Might have to use that.
I didn't know
try
that.
Do you
Me
take?
either.
Can you pre-take it? Like it hasn't hit spring just yet in New York, but should I be start taking it now?
You should. That's what I
To
do. I
okay.
don't even wait for
Most.
the sinus infection because that's like, like I just.
So all of y'all have
Yeah.
seasonal allergies?
Yes.
Mhm.
I guess apparently.
Ah, I don't have them, but the kids have them. So I'm the
Mm.
only one in my household
Hey,
that doesn't
Devontae,
feel.
don't count it out. Don't
I
Right.
count
mean,
it
yeah,
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
don't
Yeah,
you're
count
right.
it
because
out.
Yeah,
Like
Brittany said
you're right.
she developed it
Knock
later.
on
Yeah,
wood.
I just
Yeah.
started. Like I
I have
typically have no
allergies
issue.
all year round, Devontae.
Yeah, she
Jeez,
does. She be
You
that's
should
having
do
how
them.
y'all
those
survive
shots.
in South
And I
Carolina.
so
Yeah.
I well but my allergies go it affect my breathing, so I get asthma real bad
Mm.
Mm.
during those spells
Right.
all year round. So I just
Keep me alone.
recently, let's be real, went to the doctor and they prescribed me a new inhaler and up my dosage.
Oh yeah, Jamie,
So
you have
yay
asthma too, right?
allergies.
You have asthma
Huh?
as well. So I said you have
Yeah, I
asthma as
said
well.
yay
So
allergies.
double.
Mm.
You should get those shots because
Right.
Yeah.
Jasmine did those when she was little, and so that's why she isn't, dealing with all that stuff. But you should get those shots. Just go ahead and stick it out for a couple of. I think it's like 6 months. I think or something.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back to the doctor and I'm gonna do an allergy test. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Uh,
as an adult, I done switched over
I'm
from,
sorry not to
as
like stop
a
selling
lot of
y'all
what
on the
I'm.
shots.
Jazz, you gonna need
Right.
it.
Look,
Jasmine's
no,
like, you're always telling my business. I'm
I think
sorry,
it
but
helped taking the shots, but it's not.
It
it's
didn't.
not.
I'm about to
It's
say,
not
I'm
hundred
sure it did
percent.
not cure nothing.
yeah, it's not. I think it
It's not
helped. Like in
maintenance. Yeah.
comparison to her having to like, you're saying you're an inhaler and you're season like all year around. I think it helped in that regard, but not like
Okay.
you're still gonna have to take medicine, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that
Yeah.
anything with medicine, they give like a generative pool of effectiveness. Like if it has like a 80% effectiveness, then like it's like good for most people to take. But there still might be
Mhm.
20%, 30% of the people that still won't be able to reap the benefits of whatever the concoction they're brewing up in the labs.
Yeah.
Jazz, what you want to be real about today? Because you on the go. We want to get to your realness. What's going on in your world? She's like, Okay, we're gonna switch to Coco. What you want to be real about?
I want to be real about if I'm paying for daycare, why can my child only stay there for 10 hours a day? Why can't you like keep her just another hour? I really just need 11 hours, but I would that's just what's been plaguing my mind lately because I have to rush to the daycare because if I don't get there, like I can't even go to the grocery store before I go pick her up. I have to immediately and go and get her. So
Do
that
they
that
they
frustrates
charge
me.
do they charge you a late fee if you don't pick them up on time?
No, if you pick them up late, like and it's a continuous issue, they'll call DCF on you. They'll
Oh,
pick
That's
up late, a
because that is
charge,
neglect.
like
That's neglect.
So
that's
you talking
neglect
about
because
like
they're only supposed to
eight
have
to
your children for
six?
10 hours a day, and if it's more than
Yeah.
10,
Yeah, because
then it's a
I think
we
we
problem.
just
need to like
babysitters. Silly
I've never been
that
late,
So
that's
just to be clear,
that's
but
egregious. That's
I feel
egregious.
so
like
is
you
Like
it
should
eight
do
to
like
six
12
or
hours.
seven to
If you're
five?
open, my child should be able to still be there.
wait. Somebody's in the chat and they said that is entirely too long for a child to be
Right,
there.
because that's your child. That is your kid.
Oh,
Come get your
excuse
I
me.
get
child.
I
This
Yeah,
get
is
that
that's coming
part.
for you.
Wait. They said this is coming from an early childhood educator. So they're like, come
Look,
pick
you're
your.
the other side of
They said,
Like
come pick up your kids. Come pick up your
I get that
kids.
part, but then like calling DTF, I mean like come on now. That's a bit
You're open.
egregious.
Why are you
Yeah.
open?
That is a
So
bit
just
much.
you're still open. There are
Well, I
still kids
mean, okay,
there.
so but what's old? But that means all y'all kids getting called DCF on because
That's why I
if
said
you
it's a
got
bit
a certain
egregious.
time to come and get your child, the daycare closes at that time. If I tell you you have to be there at 5, the daycare closes at 5. I don't care how many kids is there. The daycare closed at 5. So all 10 of them little kids about to be on that little van at 5:15 because y'all not there.
Well, we don't need
Right.
Jamie out here running no daycare now.
No, please
These
not.
kids gonna be
Because this is
outside.
not,
Outside.
I don't get to file them kids on my taxes. You got to come get them. That's
Mm-mm.
why. That's why we can't keep them for an hour extra.
Yeah,
And
I feel that.
things happen. Well, thank God I ain't had to go through that. She just charged me $5 a minute, and I was just like gladly pay
So
because that's just a bit much.
typically that's the thing. Typically you would get charged per minute or
Yeah,
per every maybe 5 or 10 minutes that you're late. I mean,
yeah,
calling DCF is a bit extreme. Like that is extreme.
yeah.
But I
Because
do agree with the late fee.
I
there's so many other like really, there's so many other big issues that would need that type of like attention
Right.
besides like
Well, you
Right.
know what? Well, honestly, Coco, you talked about your frustrations, and I think that instead of we moving collectively, just tell the babies the daycare, hey, is it all right if I show up 10 to 20 minutes later because I gotta get to the grocery store before I show up at the thing. Like, you gotta have that tight bond with the daycare facilitator. You gotta be like, listen, I don't know what you want to do for other people because they ain't
Well,
coming to you. I'm coming
in
to
the
you.
state of Georgia, I don't know about everybody else's state, but in the state of Georgia, it is a requirement that they can only spend 10 hours there. And they
Yeah.
like make us clock in and out to
Mm-hmm.
ensure that they're only there for 10 hours. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Better
really
get that
worried about it.
Walmart
I'm just
Plus.
saying what frustrates me because I had to take Alora to the grocery store with me.
Uh-huh.
And she was, of
That was a
course,
lot.
hungry. It was dinner time, all those things.
Oh, she was a little
And
antsy. Yeah. Well, well the
it
well
was
the
horrible. I've never been so embarrassed. So,
well the early childhood educator said, all jokes aside, yeah, kids are ready to go home after 8 hours, and it's the same rules in South Carolina too. So, you know, that's just something we all. One day I'll have the privilege to worry about. Let's kick it off to Devontae. What you want to be real about?
Uh, I think we need federal legislation to make check-in times at hotels 10 a.m. If I'm paying for a day, I shouldn't have to check in after 3 p.m. I should be able to check in at 10 a.m. and get my whole day's worth. And I should be able to check out at 3 p.m.
Get the whole 24 hours,
I
right?
want the
Yeah,
whole day. I shouldn't
yeah,
have to pay for 2 half days. You know what I mean?
Can
yeah.
somebody tell me what Devontae said?
Oh, Devontae said that when you check in at the hotel, he want his whole 24 hours and he want to check in at 10 a.m. and not 3 p.m.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, I agree with that, 100%.
yeah.
I I mean, some hotels, like if you're on a loyalty program or something like that, you can
Yeah.
literally you can check in early. But every time I go to the hotel, I always ask to check in because
Yeah,
y'all
but
the room might be
usually, like if
ready.
it's before lunch, they ain't gonna let you in.
They ain't gonna let you come in.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. What do I want to be real about? Um, hmm. Oh, you know how you got coworkers and like they don't necessarily with coworkers. Sometimes they be in a mood. They have a mood switch. That one minute they feeling you, the next minute they not feeling you. And for me, it's like I ain't got time for all that. Like, let's just pick a side. If you're gonna be dry one day, let it stay that way. Because I can't do all this flip flop
Mm.
and change myself. Versus like, if we rock together, just let's rock. But if not, then stay over there to the left. But then, like, when I guess because I'm such an open, nice person that like people feel like they can just you know be in and out with how they communicate with me. So that's what I want to be real about. It's like everybody just be the same. Why you got to change up
Consistent.
every day? Yeah, be consistent.
Mm.
Yeah.
especially at the workplace, because I just want to come to work and be nice and be happy. Like, I don't want to come to work with attitudes.
I think people do that because they have the opportunity to get away with a lot of stuff, so they use that as like their venting session to be able to act the way they want because they're protected behind the four walls. So,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah. Nothing's tragic has happened where I had to go to HR, but yeah.
Yeah, they
Is
just
that more of a thing with women in the workplace?
I don't want to
yes.
say it. I don't want to say
Excuse me.
I don't want
it.
to offend nobody, but
I didn't want to say it, but
there are exceptions. But I think it tends to be more of a female
Women.
thing.
Excuse me.
I've been in management for I've been in management for 12 years and I have yet to encounter any issues and I feel like I'm within my rights since I am a woman that I can speak to this. That's always been my female counterparts. So
Gosh, what you
I'm
saying?
and
sorry. I'm
Like,
sorry, Coco. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
and I work in sales, so I'm the
Oh.
only guy. I'm the only guy.
Uh,
Oh.
mm,
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Jamie, last person, what you want to be real about? Uh-oh, Jazz, she's back. She returned. Jazz, you back from the dead? Welcome back.
that was.
No, that was a joke. Oh my gosh, that was a joke, guys.
Oh, no, no, you're fine. I'm in the backwoods, so yes, I am back from the dead.
Oh, Jazz, you never told us what you want to be real about. Where you going? Tell us. We want to know. We want to go with you.
I guess I could be real about that, huh? So, a second. This gentleman, kind of, actually passed away. Not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, and so I'm headed to his funeral.
Oh,
What she said? I didn't hear
So,
it.
yeah,
that
kind of a
changed
downer.
things.
So it's not really as right. It changes.
You broke up. What did you say?
What she said?
For you guys who didn't hear her, she said that she's going to a funeral, guys.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
I
I
couldn't hear.
know. At least she's being real about that. Well, I want to send off my condolences to that
Yeah,
family
condolences
Same.
to the family.
Mm-hmm. Same.
and to your mental state to be on here and still, shout out to you. And safe travels as you get there, and rest in heavenly peace to that young person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. It's okay.
Well,
Well,
guys,
Jamie said, let's be honest. She said she can't hear, so she said she's still sleepy. And
how did we know that? How did we know that she was still sleepy?
yeah, that's what she said. That's what she wanted to be real about.
She's a night owl, so she goes to bed
Yeah,
late.
I could only imagine. I remember those times.
I remember being in the night owl.
On the night shift, oh my gosh, I have some pictures and I look like black guy, like a ghost. Oh my, it was so horrible. Anyways.
That reminded me of college. Not anymore.
No, sir.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you for being real. If you're in the comments there, you can tell us what you want to be real about, and we'll be happy to share it with the people. All right, guys. So let's get on to our next topic. So Jamie had hit me up the other day. Well, I think she put it in our group chat. Guys, we have our own group chat. It's called the Tribe, and we just be sharing our different things that we want to talk about. And Jamie posted about T.I. and 50 Cent, guys. They was on the social media going crazy, King, which is T.I.'s son, got involved. I'll just give you guys a little background. In 2020, T.I. publicly challenged 50 Cent to a verse battle.
I can't hear him. What happened?
Oh my god.
You can't hear me? Nah, you can't hear. Hold on. Someone said, don't mess with my husband T.I. Uh-oh. Hold on, let me see. How about now? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Coco can hear you.
They're hopping off and they join back on.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you, so.
Oh, you couldn't hear, but now you
Now
can.
she
You
can.
good?
I can hear.
Good. Okay, cool. I haven't even finished. And everybody is already saying don't mess with her husband T.I. Let me finish. Let me get the story out. Let me get the story out real quick. All right. So they said they were T.I. challenged 50 Cent to a verse battle in 2020, and T.I. repeatedly called out 50 Cent, saying that he has enough hits to compete with him. So, in 50 Cent declined and responded to the jokes and dismissed the comments. 50 Cent suggested T.I. battle someone like Jeezy, which eventually did end up happening. T.I. and Jeezy, they had their... Was it Jeezy? Or he had a verse battle with somebody. I think Jeezy had a verse battle with Gucci Mane.
But it was Gucci. We watched that.
Oh yeah, exactly. We did watch that. Well, the comments came back up again in 2026. I guess T.I. is still talking about battling 50 Cent. And 50 Cent mocked T.I.'s commercial success compared to his own. And T.I. suggested 50 Cent's catalog wasn't as strong outside of his early 2000s run. 50 Cent also hinted he'd only do a versus if he was battling somebody like Eminem. And some of this beef goes back to like record sales, street credibility, relevancy, and hip hop. And it just kind of got out of hand, guys, with 50 Cent, just to get back at T.I. He posted a picture of Tiny and pretty much alluded to her looks. Talked about her looks, and that ended up getting King, which is T.I.'s son, involved, because you don't talk about nobody's mama. That's what you don't do. You don't talk about somebody's mama. And 50 Cent said, how did kids get in this? And he also came at Tina Knowles, because Tina Knowles said something. So 50 Cent said, oh, he posted a picture of Tina Knowles and said, I know this lady ain't talking. What y'all think about this? And do you think that this is a serious beef?
I don't think 50 Cent thinks it's a serious beef. But period. You're posting pictures. You are making jokes. But I wonder if that is like a cultural thing where like New York culture is different, where they jab at each other and stuff like that. Whereas in the South, we're a little more serious about, mama jokes and stuff like that.
And Brittany, you're on mute, so if you did say something, no, it's good. I just want you to know, because you said something, then I caught it. But
yeah. So
jokes are more serious in the South than it is in the North. That's what Coco's take on it is. She feels like, hey, 50 Cent's not taking this serious.
I agree with the chat. I think it's a publicity stunt. I think 50 Cent is just using this to kind of like, I know he mentioned something about a documentary, but I think he does this just to kind of like hype. I mean, he's smart businessman. I think that's what he's doing.
Let's talk about that real quick. He is allegedly making a documentary, and this is very serious allegations, guys. Where back in, I think it was 2021. There was some alleged sexual assault activity by allegedly by Ti and Tiny with over 20 plus women. So, uh, 50 Cent is capitalizing off on this if he is doing a documentary. And I honestly, my own personal take, I think that documentaries and also like stuff like podcasts, media is the new hip hop. I feel like, oh yeah, just so you guys know, Ti did drop some diss tracks against 50 Cent, but I think that because we get so inundated with a lot of music, I don't think that nobody is listening to the diss tracks, and they're more interested about what's going on online and see who can have the best comeback. And but I do think that 50 Cent is taking this really serious, because he wouldn't make no documentary. He's like, oh, this is very, yes, he's not offended by it as far as like emotionally, but strategically he's like, oh, I'm very much invested in this. Because a lot of these dudes, they do things for clout. I don't listen. I like Ti. I like 50 Cent, but I don't think that Ti gained anything for talking about 50 Cent, an old 20 like verse battle that never came to fruition. And Ti knows that 50 Cent is petty. He knew 50 Cent was going to respond, and it's kind of like if you poke the bear, then he might poke back.
I was shocked that people even followed this beef. They too old for this, man. Like, how was
Yeah,
this
they.
relevant? It's like the 50 and Jim Jones beef too. It was like I heard about it and I was like, who cares?
Oh, in the chat, y'all. In the chat, somebody said they think it's a publicity stunt. He's using it
50 Cent
as
ain't
a
no
way
bear.
to boost power views, and he
50
beat
Cent.
all the charges in the court. By the way, this is Ti being charged with alleged sexual assault, but he beat all the charges. And Crystal said, "Oh, sorry, I don't mean to tell people's names on here, but what's up? Shout out to y'all. Don't believe 50 Cent. He's a joke. He's too old." Ooh. Well, this is getting too messy.
We don't want to be we don't want to be on 50 Cent's radar. We're not ready for all that.
Yeah, because them girls wanted it.
Hey,
Yeah, he is.
listen, we have a First Amendment right to speak our truth, okay?
50
Yeah,
Cent
I
is
mean,
50 years old. He too old for this.
He is.
I don't think that anybody's too old for anything. Listen,
old.
Too
y'all.
old for beef. For online
That's
beef, you
true.
too old.
But you know what?
But this is the second coming of your.
Oh, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about hits. Let's talk about music. Let's talk about the music, guys. T.I.'s catalog, 50 Cent's catalog. Now I
It's
ain't gonna
not a
hold
competition.
y'all. I ain't
It's
gonna
not
hold
a
y'all.
competition.
When I was younger, I despised 50 Cent because of the Ja Rule thing. I didn't like how he ended Ja Rule's career. I felt like that was messed up. But guys, if you turn on the tracks, even in 2026, I think 50 Cent goes up. I think 50 Cent goes up.
Spencer said, let him
Musically,
in.
50 Cent is in. Y'all don't, yo, Shawty, it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. We gonna sip Bacardi like, okay, I don't want to get banned from YouTube, but
Spencer said, "Let him in the chat."
oh, let him in the chat. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
This is your guy. This is his time.
Spencer, you're up. You can talk.
Break your back up now.
Take your mic out. I mean, put your mic on.
Not
There you go.
Pippin.
Put my mic on.
What?
All right, man.
I don't know. I just heard him downstairs. Oh,
What's up, Spencer?
What's going on? What's going on, y'all?
What's going on? Let us know what
Man,
you're thinking.
man, let's talk about this. First of all, let's talk about this here, man. Let's talk about this here beef. Y'all been a little too light on
They
what's
are.
going on here. This is heavy. This is heavy. This is meat and potatoes here. What's going on here?
Oh,
First of
Lord.
all, we all grew up on these folks, so we already know their catalogs and stuff. So supposedly, this was something Ti talked to 50 Cent about way back when. That they doing the verses will come out. whoop de whoop. And 50 was like, all right, why don't you jump it off? He's like, all right, bet. So that's what he did. That's what he did. Now the verses never became, because I think that was during the pandemic time, so they never, came out with it because he thought it was good for him being what he is in the South and 50 being what he is in the North. That would be something different. Because normally the verses is, Cali versus Cali, New York versus New York, or South versus South. There's have been something different, North versus South type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of came around the same time, even though it's different type of music. 50 music is more grimy, raw, shoot you, kill 'em up type stuff. When Ti's music is more like trap music, hustling, making it from the bottom in a different way, a little more flashy, a little bit more flashy the South way. So that's why he thought there would be a good match, two different styles, and we'll just see, what happens. But I do think the beef is real, and people are listening to the music. T, people listening to the music, the tracks hot. His son even put out a better disc record than he did. I don't know if y'all on his son Damani, but his son Damani put out some tracks, and they better than Ti's tracks. I mean, just completely destroyed. His album's out, by the way. Y'all go check that out.
Oh,
You
come
know,
on, give a shout out.
Shout
Let
out
me
to the
tell you
plug.
something. Let me tell you
yeah,
something.
yeah. But
Well,
I think it's very good what's going on, and I think beef is. I mean, I think 50 is really using this as a way to promote power. I think that's why he went quiet. He is petty because he put the diss in the power intro. I mean, that's a chess move if you ask me. So now anybody that watch Power, you gonna always hear that one that one diss line, and every time you watch that show for the next 4 or 5 seasons. So on his move, it was brilliant with that. That's all I
y-
gotta say.
yeah,
And Ti, I
and
think, has a better catalog.
Ain't no thing.
Well, he does. I mean,
It's not
I
a
don't know.
competition,
I don't
to
know
be
if
uh,
Ti
honest.
has. I don't know
I
if Ti
mean,
has a better
50's first album.
catalog.
I mean, 50 do got some hits though. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna
His
say
his
this
his his,
in a
his first
versus
album. I mean,
in a versus setting, yes, 50 stands a chance because Ti would be limited to 5 to 10 songs versus 50's best 5 to 10 songs. But if they were like compared all the hits Ti has compared to all the hits 50 has, it really wouldn't even be a competition because
Okay, well
Ti's list would be like 20
okay,
plus.
okay. Let's talk about this though.
well, we talking
Let,
about no
let's talk about
features,
this.
No features.
no
So
features, just straight
one,
hits.
okay, but
Okay,
one artist
yeah,
went
of
on a
course.
tour. One artist went on a tour.
And
The other one
T,
only
I can't hear
does.
you.
Oh, hold on. Let me put myself. Can everybody hear me? I don't know. It's like we were doing good. I don't want to remove
I can hear
myself
you.
and then. Oh,
I don't know if Spencer
Uh,
can hear you.
Nah, I can't.
He
Spencer,
can't.
pull yourself out and then come back on, and
He
then I
said go
got you.
out and come back in, Spencer.
Coco, can you hear me? Brittany can, but not Coco. It's
Coco can't
that,
hear you
it's that household. It got voodoo in there.
either.
No, but I was trying to say was that 50 Cent went on a tour. 50 Cent went on a tour. I never heard of Ti going on a tour, and like he does special performances, but he doesn't sell out shows. And to me, that is important if you think about a longevity of career. Um, I like Ti a lot, and I think that he put the South on the map, like on a major scale. Like I feel like he did a lot of
Oh,
work. And maybe he just went to jail, and that's probably why he did a lot. It was controversial. He was a controversial artist at the time, and so he was able to pull up, the new wave of Atlanta. But I think 50 Cent just, he's from New York, so I feel like he had a lot to pull from with his influences, and they both got good catalogs. To be honest, y'all, they both got good catalogs. You can't knock neither one of them.
I agree. I mean, I think 50 also had the better story, right? Shot 9 times, Gangster, had the movie that had the same title as the album. His career was from the beginning was structured a little bit better, and it appealed to his audience at the time. So I think 50 has built a certain fan base that has followed him loyally throughout the years, where Ti may have fallen off, and then he started doing stand-up comedy and all this other stuff. He's got in dabbled into acting, and so I just think longevity-wise, 50's had a better career. But
Yeah.
if we just talking about the music, I personally don't think it's a competition hit for hit. But if you're gonna compact it into like 50's top 10 versus Ti's top 10, yes, it's much more of a conversation.
Now, and why you say 50 got a better career as far as what? Just because he went into acting and producing?
Eh,
What?
Acting and producing. Well, go ahead, Tori.
No, and he's a storyteller. And that's the thing, guys. Even if it's not music, he understands that as an artist, it's all about storytelling and controlling the narrative. And I think that there's been areas in T.I.'s career where he lost control of the narrative. And, you know, 50 Cent is always on point with that narration, whether it is in the music, whether it's in the TV shows that he's created, now the documentaries, even on social media. He knows how to engage in a way to captivate people, to keep interested. And that's something that T.I. doesn't dabble in, because he feels like I'm the king, so why would I need to like narrate everything? But narration does matter. It's part of storytelling.
But that don't mean he's winning.
50 has
Because
also been scandal free for the most part too. Like in terms of
has he?
criminal activity,
Oh,
criminal
criminal,
activity,
yes, criminal,
What?
yes.
50 has
He
been
Oh,
fairly
burnt down his
clean.
everybody know he works with the police. That's scandal right there. We know what just happened with his baby mama. That's
okay.
scandal right there.
Spencer, this is all
I'm
allegedly.
just
Alleged.
so it's
Alleged.
allegedly on both sides. We know Ti was about that life. Did we see him? Yeah, he had them things when they killed his best friend in front of him.
He
Right?
did. He did.
You
He
know what I'm
did.
saying?
Look, I listen to Paper Trail. I get the whole story. I understand why he did what he did. But, comparing apples to apples, and for a career, 50 has just been a little bit cleaner. And
But
as
that
a
don't make
result,
you
he's been able to do more.
I'm just saying, who's more relevant right now? 50 Cent. Can we all agree?
no. I think they both are. I mean, Ti still got
What is?
expeditiously. I mean, he got his own podcast. He's out there. I
We got a
mean,
podcast. We got a podcast.
yeah, but it's different. He's still in Atlanta. Like we see him everywhere. I mean, he's everywhere.
Torian's living in New York, so he is a little bit biased right now.
I
I think
see that.
so. I think I'm a little biased, but that's okay. Hey, this is what hip hop does. Pop, talk your ish and stand up. Don't ever just count yourself out. This could we got fans. Ti and 50 Cent, y'all got fans. You see this? I got fans that believe in y'all. So give the people what they want. Give us the albums. Give us the diss tracks. Give us the whatever the documentaries. I want to see it. I want to see how good this is going to be if he's going to do a documentary.
And
I
he's
listen to
coming out
way
with a new
more
album
Ti than
too.
50.
And that new song is already what, number 3, number 2 on the airways right now.
Which one?
The album
Ti.
song, Let Him Know.
Oh,
So
let him know,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Hit.
So
That's Ti,
he's
right?
back. That's Ti.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Ti. I'm gonna have to listen to the tracks. Same thing for. Oh, Brittany, you're so pretty. You got a comment. You're so pretty.
Thank you. I can't see what it is. Is that Jamie? Thank you, Jamie.
All right, guys. Let's
It's in
switch
our
to our
genes.
next.
We are, Laura.
Hey, clock it, clock it. Let's
And
switch to our
handsome.
next topic, guys. We are going to talk about something serious. But so if you've been hiding under a rock, let's talk about this U.S., Israel, and Iran conflict going on. So, like on February 28th of this year, Israel launched an operation called Lion's Roar, a coordinated military strike deep in Iran, hitting the military infrastructure, nuclear-related facilities, missile launchers, and command centers, and they ended up killing the supreme leader of Iran. U.S. involvement was that it participated with the missile strikes, as well as the targeted group Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps sites and air defenses. And guys, it's been ratcheting up for like the last week. They're just today I read that they're launching more and more missiles on Iran to destabilize their government or their military pursuits to have nuclear weapons. The prices of oil has gone up. The stock market has tumbled a little bit. There is public dissent of from lawmakers to regular civilians saying that they don't agree with these actions. Um, we're living in a time where we could possibly be in another war, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I want us to have a discussion about it. Hopefully. Um, oh, shout out to this person in the comments. They said from an older perspective, Ti is the one. All right, not the little one, but the one, the big one.
Come on, somebody.
um, but yeah, Devontae, do you want to speak on this a little bit because you're are you active still in the military? Are you
No, I'm
dormant?
out.
Are you
I'm
are
I'm
you a
done
sleep
done.
agent?
I'm done done. I'm a
but
veteran.
but what do you think about this? And can you provide some clarity on what you think is happening?
Yeah, so I mean, I think you summed it up pretty well. I mean, the only other thing I would highlight is, this is something that's been brewing for decades between US and, Iran. Um, Conservatives kind of give Democrats a lot of flack because Obama actually signed a deal with Iran when he was in office to kind of calm tensions between us and them. And basically, conservatives didn't feel like the deal was harsh enough on Iran. It gave Iran the ability to still formulate a nuclear program under our noses, right? And so once Trump got back in, well, not got back, got in office, his first tenure, they kind of built on that, and we got evidence that suggested that Iran was forming a nuclear weapon. Now, whether you believe Iran should have the ability as a sovereign nation to have a nuclear weapon, that's your, personal opinion, but in the security of American interests, we do not want Iran to have a nuclear weapon because unlike other nations, we think Iran will actually use that in, conflict. A lot of nations have nuclear weapons, but they'll never use them unless one is used on them first. We think Iran has the ability to, with the supreme leader that's now dead, had the ability to fire off a nuclear weapon on another country, which would start a global nuclear war. So, anyway, with all that being said, how do I feel about it? I, and this may be an unpopular opinion, I have less of a problem with us striking Iran as I do with the way this has kind of gone down without consulting Congress, without going through the proper channels. He's on multiple media platforms calling this war when war can really only be established by Congress. Um, we're trying to change a regime by bombing them, which that's never been done before. It's never been successful. Normally, you need boots on the ground to go in and topple the previous regime and institute some form of democracy. So this has just happened all wrong. It doesn't seem like they have a plan going forward. They're saying this isn't going to be a drawn out conflict, and everything they're telling us seems to be untrue. I don't see how they're going to stop this in 2 weeks. I think
Just
we're
to
going to
push,
be.
just to push back on that a little bit, Devontae. So,
Mhm.
some people will say that you don't tell your adversaries what your next plans are, and so that's why you don't know what you don't know. And also, some people will argue that the Congress could step in, but they're not for a reason. So, they have it. They can bring in Hegseth, the Secretary of War, into
Mhm.
Congress, and you can penalize him if that's what they want to do. It has to be a 60 vote in the Senate to make such things. And the reason why I think that nobody in Congress, war is good for America. We make money off of weaponry, and people get to invest in stocks that they think is going to do well during operations. And if you look at the U.S. documents, they do use the word operation. I think Trump is a person that uses like everyday words that people can understand. They can't understand operation. They understand war
We
because it
understand
sounds.
conflict.
We understand conflict. We do. But when you start launching missiles, I don't know if that's conflict. That seems like war to me. You know.
Again, when you're in those positions, if you're the president of the United States, your words matter. And the words that you choose can have devastating consequences beyond our own borders. I understand that, yes, OPSEC is an operational security. So, yes, we would never show our hand, right? They're not going to lay out the entire plan for the American people and the public. However, we are a generation that has also lived through the invasion of Iraq. And I don't want to draw too many similarities, but a lot of what's happening now seems to mimic what happened after 9/11. They said we were just going to go find these weapons of mass destruction. We never found the weapons of mass destruction. They said that this wasn't going to be a long, drawn out war. We were there for over 20 years. They said that we're not going to put boots on the ground. They ended up putting boots on the ground shortly after we went in with the bombing and everything. So a lot of this mimics what we've seen before. So, yeah, you can tell us one thing, but what we're seeing is saying another. And what we're actively going through says another. I mean, my family had a trip planned for Dubai over spring break. So in 2 weeks, we were all going to Dubai. Just canceled
Wow.
the hotel yesterday because one of my good friends lives there. We were going to visit him and his family. Like, they're actually being impacted by this. Like,
Yeah.
Iran
Yeah.
actually firing those missiles in. I believe a drone hit the airport this morning. It seemed like things were starting to get back to normal, and then they took a couple steps back. So this is affecting people's everyday lives, and we can get into semantics and say, well, he's using language that the everyday person can hear. And I know you're just playing devil's advocate, but
Yeah.
at the same time, when you're in those positions of power, what you say matters. And herein lies the problem that we keep encountering with this administration. And so I'll let somebody else take over. I've talked enough, but
Well, I
yeah.
also want to just tell you guys, and I want to get like, Coco, Jamie, Brittany, Spencer. I want to get y'all. I want to get people like who don't follow this. This is not affecting us just yet. And so I want to talk about these fears, these anxiety, whatever it is that people get when they hear the words war or when they see the attacks. Some people have drawn in biblical things into the discussion. But I want to say that for over 100 years, major countries like the US, like Britain, like France, like Germany, they've all tried to go into the Middle East to um, spread capitalism, spread dominance, global dominance or whatever. And it's always been hard for them because it's such a densely populated place. I think Iran has 100 million people, like 90 million people that live there. So it's a small country, but it's big in how many people live there. And they've always had problems with that region. Is that there's so many people, and it's hard to know who's the enemy and who's not the enemy, allegedly. But Coco, what do you feel about this? Like, do you feel like this concerns you at all? Do you feel like detached from it? Let me know your thoughts. Oh, take yourself off of mute real quick. I think you're on mute.
Oh, thank God. I was about to say I can't hear.
I can hit it for you. Let's see if I can unmute you. Oh, I can't unmute you. You gotta unmute yourself. Just hit that mic. There you go.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, hold on. So it's echoing. Hold on.
We
Oh,
can hear you fine on your end, on our
it's
end.
because I put on my headphones. Okay. Um, I feel like it does affect us. I mean, it's gonna affect our everyday lives, our um, the price of different goods, different thing. Everything's going up. Like I'm planning a trip for my anniversary, and I was supposed to buy my tickets Friday, and then the tickets shot up to like almost twice as much. And it's just been a week. Like I just looked at the prices last week, and then I looked at the prices this week, and it's doubled. And now it makes me reevaluate if I even want to still go on my trip. But I mean, so I think it's going to affect us either way. I mean, the gas was $20 more than it was last week when I filled up my truck. So I just, well, like the F-150, not like my car, but Spencer's truck is 50. I mean, it was $20 more than it was last week. So I think it's going to affect our pockets. It always ends up affecting our pockets. I mean, in the bigger side of things, I don't think there's ever a good time for war. Personally, I understand that, I don't understand the world on a global, enemies front, but basing it just upon my personal opinion, I don't think there's ever a good time for fights. Peace and love, everyone. Like that's just my character. But I don't know. It makes me I'm worried. I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm just hoping and praying for the people with their boots on the ground. I'm praying for our government to make wise decisions on behalf of the people of their country. So that's all I can do, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. And it will impact our oil. But I also think that's another reason why they are going to Iran in the first place, because they're the third or fourth largest oil reserves in the entire world. They have over 120 years worth of oil remaining. And when you think about global dominance, America is trying to compete with China, and China gets their oil from Iran. And if Venezuela wasn't a clear indication that Trump will do anything to secure oil reserves, I think that was just a test run for him of what he can possibly do in other places. I don't know that to be true. This is my opinion. And Spencer, you want to talk about this because you're pretty savvy when it comes to like this just being informed. You have an opinion, or is he still on? He might be on, but he just might be silent. What about you, Brittany? Give us your war take. Um,
I,
I know you're
I,
out at the game. You're
but
like, I don't.
for this, I had to phone a friend, so that's why I was leaning on Devontae to kind of, But I can say, yeah, it's hitting me in my pockets. So, had to get some gas last night, and it's back up to $4. So, you know,
Wait, four
those are
dollars
the
a
little
gallon?
things. Yeah, I had to get 93, and it was like $4 and like 15 cents a gallon. So I
Y'all
did
better go
notice it
get
at
some
the
EVs.
tank. So yeah, but
Well,
I, you know,
well, y'all got to keep
it
a
is what it
lookout on
is.
this stuff. Yeah, even if you look at it once a week, just
You
stay
know,
abreast. Uh,
it's sometimes it gets so depressing. I'm just like, out of sight, out of mind type of thing. But I do feel you. Like I understand. Like we do need to be aware. Even when sometimes those conversations seem to be a little bit like out of the things that we want to hear on a normal basis. It is always important just to be, aware of what's going on. Um, so yeah, I get
yeah,
it.
yeah, because there's these things called sleep agents, and they stay dormant for a long time until they're activated, and we
No, I
don't
do.
want another 9/11 to happen.
Yeah,
So we got to keep our heads on swivel at all
yeah.
times. And somebody in the chat said my anxiety hits me when I try to watch what's
That's
going
what's
on.
going on. Yeah,
Listen,
same.
I no,
Yeah,
I
me
definitely
too.
understand that. That's why you gotta look, get your information from a reliable source. And if watching it is too much, just read it. Read and um
That's you.
I just think
yeah, I
we as
just
Americans are so spoiled, and we need to
Come on, Miles.
change the way we think about this because there's people that go to bed every night with missiles flying over their homes. There's people that have lost countless lives in these meaningless conflicts. war, whatever we're calling it. So, like, yeah, we sleep safely here now for the time being, but one day, somebody might bring this to our doorstep, and we won't be able to say, "Oh, it's too depressing. I can't watch it. I don't want to look at it." Like, we live a good life here, but you could have
Yeah.
easily been born somewhere else. And I've been over there. I've met, I was in Iraq and Afghanistan. I've met those people, and a lot of them worked on the bases that we operated off. And then once the workday was over, they would go home to wherever home was, outside the wire. They're dodging IEDs and stuff on the way home. Like that's just daily life for some people.
Well, and
So
Devontae, can you tell us what you know? You were in the army, right?
mhm.
And you served for how long? Like,
I was
um,
active duty for 6 years and then reserve for 3.
so a big portion of your adulthood, right? So you've seen some things, and it is something that we don't think about as Americans, or we don't. It's not close to us, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do
I mean, I
feel
never
that.
thought about it until I saw it. And when I
Yeah.
went over there, it changed my perspective. Like, oh man, like we complain about the problems here in our socio-economic problems here in America, right? Black, white, race, all this other stuff. There are larger issues, believe it or not, than that in the world. Just opened my eyes. And I know we think we know what poverty is. Go outside of America, you will see some real poverty.
and
We
and
go ahead.
I saw this play last summer, and it was pretty much about this African American rapper and this Pakistani woman, and they fell in love or whatever in the play. But that nuance showed me that, like, wow, uh people from the Middle East have very close cultural connections to Black people in America, where we've been demonized, we've been looked at as the other, and we only want to make the lives of our families better. And a lot of people from the Middle East, what we don't see, because we don't get to get their narratives, is
Mhm.
that a lot of them are not in politics as well. They just want to live life. They want to be able to take their kids to school. They want to, eat good food. They want to be able to, have peace and prosperity. But because they're demonized by not just the color of their skin, but their religion, their and where they're located, the some of us may have a different perception of them. I'm not saying that white people or Black people. I'm just saying that us as Americans, we automatically look at somebody that's from that side of the world as
Like
different.
just think about when's the last time you woke up and you're like, where am I going to get clean water from today? Like we've
Yeah.
never worried about that kind of stuff ever. Probably never even crossed your mind. But I don't know if anybody's watched that Hurricane Katrina documentary that was on Netflix, came out a few months ago. Like Hurricane Katrina completely crippled society in New Orleans in a matter of days.
Yeah.
The simple fact that they didn't have clean water and readily available food crippled that city, thriving city, in a matter of days. That is how fragile American society is. And it would only take a few days of radical change to completely alter the way that we think about like war and conflict. So like right now, our biggest concern is prices at the pump going up, prices at the grocery store going up. Oh man, this like that is not the concern of a lot of people around the world right now with the decision that our president has made. So with that's all I got to say. Open
Yeah.
up your eyes.
Yeah, I just feel like because like, we're not all well versed in the things of like, what's happening. So I think what like forward facing is the things that we experience on a daily basis. And though I know these things go on like overseas, since it's not directly impacted, I'm not as in communication or like researched about like all of the things that are happening overseas. Do I feel like yeah? Does it play in the back of my mind? Yeah, I recently watched a documentary that President Obama produced called "Leave the World Behind," which was an eye opener for me of some things that I already knew But again, like, forward facing, it's just like, okay, let's just take it one day at a time. Let's be mindful of the things that are going on, but impact the things that are like, right in front of me. And then make the necessary steps to like be prepared in the event that something does happen that I'm not aware of. So that's the kind of like the stance I kind of take. But yeah, I lean on you guys to kind of like, you know, provide the
And that's why
necessary like information because I don't
well,
know.
and that's why independent media is so important because
Yeah.
there is a propaganda state in media where their only interest is in what our government thinks and whatever narratives they want to push. So it's important that we not only just educate ourselves from mainstream media, but just also like take a step back and like really deep dive some research because they'll throw some stuff at you that seems very nuanced, but it's like Devontae said, it's been going on for decades. So we couldn't just possibly gotten here without other steps being made in the process, you know? But yeah, so I just wanted us to talk about it because how can we not talk about it if it's going on currently? All right. Um, okay, so the next thing I want to get into is before we get to this is just a quick little something, but I feel like it's a
Uh-oh.
good segue into our next topic. Because Jamie talked about like, oh, this will be a pretty good thing for us to do here, which is how well do you know me? How well do you know me? I'm gonna just throw out some things, and you guys can say like, who do you think this is most like? Um, and it could be multiple of us, or this is also just gives a chance for us to like bond a little more. So my first question is, how well do you know me? All right, so how well do you know me? Who is the quiet one out of all of us? Who do you think is the most quiet?
Daisha.
Daisha.
Yeah, I'll say Daisha.
I said Daisha too.
You said Daisha too?
And Devin.
Oh, look, in the chat they said Daisha. Very much so. I think Daisha is the quietest. Okay, who's the loudest? Or the most talkative?
I think it's me.
Oh,
Coco.
somebody said Coco. Somebody said Jamie.
I was gonna say
Oh,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Yeah, I
Jamie
forgot about
I
you.
was gonna say
Yeah,
Jamie.
I'm gonna take that back.
uh,
Yeah, JV.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'll say Jamie.
Talkative
No,
me. Loudest
talkative.
Jamie.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah.
yes. Because Jamie was gonna make sure her voice gets heard, but Coco knows how to talk. Okay, so who is? Wait, what's the other one? Oh, who's the most fashionable one?
You.
Torian.
I said Tarian wants us to say you.
Torian.
Daisha
uh,
too, though.
Daisha does one. Daisha, when growing up, like she always just was perfectly done up. Her hair, her earrings, her jewelry, and all that kind of stuff. Um, but I'll have to say myself. um, and then somebody said Brittany. Oh, you got a shout out, Brittany. Somebody said Brittany and T. Yeah. So she said me, not me. Yes, you. Okay. Um, who is the most sensitive one?
Hmm.
It's a tie.
Hmm.
It's a tie
Who? Okay. Who? Brittany.
between me and Jazz.
Hmm.
I think that's just my
Somebody.
opinion.
Somebody said Coco and Jazz.
I will
I
cry on the
don't think I
spot.
would have picked Jazz.
You would have said Jazz, Devontae?
I don't think I would have picked Jazz. I don't know. Maybe Brittany or Coco. I don't know, or both. Maybe a tie.
Who is the most sensitive? Who is the most sensitive? I will say, hmm, hmm. I'm gonna say Coco.
Why are you picking on me? No,
Coco, you sensitive?
Coco
Mhm.
I
is
think that
sensitive.
everybody's basing it upon that one time I cried. You
Coco.
cried what?
No, I just think Coco because I feel like you're internalizing everything. I feel like you hits and you're Cancer too, so I feel like Cancers are automatically a little bit more emotional. I
So
can
is
see how
Daisha.
I'm about to say I think Daisha is also sensitive as well. That's why she doesn't talk a lot. Sensitive, but overtly sensitive. I think is Coco. I can tell. Um, okay, who's who's the hustler of the group?
Oh, we already know the answer to this. Like, we can move on to the next question.
Who's the hustler? Who's the hustler? I'm gonna say
Devin.
Devin.
Devin. Yeah, because he ain't here.
Yeah, work.
Yeah, look, somebody else said Devin too. Yeah, Devin, I feel like is the hustler of the group. He'll have 4 or 5, 6 jobs and probably still work. He gonna be retired and still working.
That boy,
Hmm.
he ain't gonna retire.
That part. That
I
part.
don't get tired.
All right. So that was a good little fun segment just to like warm us up. We'll have to bring this back next time. But how well do you know me? I love that. Um,
And just to be clear, that time I cried, I was pregnant and I didn't know yet. So just to clear that up for everyone.
right? No, no,
Just
you
her
good.
saying that proves that she is.
She said, "I gotta clear up my
Let me
sensitivity."
clear
Yeah,
my
like
name.
Set the record straight.
listen, don't come for the crab because they gonna snap you right back.
That's right.
All right. So, sibling rivalry. This has been going on since the beginning of time, guys. So, sibling rivalry. Just to talk about it just a little bit. Sibling rivalry is the competition, jealousy, and conflict between brothers and sisters. It's a normal part of family life and can happen at any age, from toddlers fighting over toys to adults competing over career or parental approval. Um, why does this type of stuff happen? Somebody wants attention, they need to seek approval, personality differences, age gaps, comparisons, fairness issues. Um, what does it look like? Argument, teasing, physical fights, silent treatments, long term grudges. And um, and it's very, like I said, it's very a normal thing to happen. So I'm gonna throw this out here. We can all just be honest. I really don't think that this is an issue between us, but maybe it will. Maybe it is individually. Um, have you ever had any sibling rivalry? For me, when I was little, me and Jamie used to get into it all the time. All the time. We used to get into it all the time. But as we got older, our I mean, I say rivalry, we were more so, I think that we're just growing pains, you know. Oh, somebody said, I just want to say I love you all, and it does my heart good to see this of us doing this podcast. Thank you so much for joining in. We appreciate it. And we love you right back. Um, but well, yeah, when I was growing up, I think that we just probably just wanted mommy time, and I feel like when your parents are working jobs that put food on the table, then that little bit of time that you possibly could get with your parents, you it's not you can't divvy it out to so many people all at once. So I feel like there was like a little tensions growing up, but I feel like as we gotten older, I don't really compete with my siblings, and um, I value you guys um in your own perspective, in your own respective fields and lives, and I feel like that's something that I can lean on you guys for whenever I need you. What do you guys think about this sibling rivalry? Does it exist? Do you guys got kids that have sibling rivalry going on?
I don't think they're old enough yet, but I'm sure it will become a problem at some point.
I think that they do compete for your attention, but I think it's all in love.
What about if you have like a overachiever child that like a Beyonce, and then you're the other child, Solange, and everything's catered to that person because they're doing so much. Could that look like sibling? Could that create some type of sibling rivalry? Could that create tension? When because of the line of work that somebody does, they might need more help. And
I think sometimes you got to help kids figure out what they're good at. It's like Eli, my son, plays piano, and my daughter, piano ain't her thing, but because he plays it, she wants to, try it because she sees how proud I am of him for
yeah,
doing well at it. But I'm like, yo, your thing is drums. That's what we're working on now. You work hard at that, you'll be just as good at that as he is at what he does. So I think sometimes you just got to help kids find their niche, what they're good at, and that kind of works itself out as they get older. But I don't know if that's considered a rivalry. It's more so just identity, I guess,
Yeah,
finding.
identity crisis.
yeah. I mean, I know people that put their kids through therapy because there's tension within the household with siblings. And I think about another person where like Donald Trump was propped up to be like the well, that's what the his niece said, that he was propped up to be like the father's favorite, and the brother was ostracized because he was not ambitious economically, and that kind of caused a wedge between the family. They kind of disowned the brother, and he ended up dying from like alcoholism or something like that. So
Mm.
there could be long-term effects. I mean, even like oligarchies, like the the royal family, and one is going to become the king or the queen, and the other siblings are second best, third best, and you know, I think it just depends on the the family structure. You know.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to make sure that everybody knows what their lane is. Like, not to try to compete with anybody in this world. Stay in your lane.
But it's gonna, y'all get ready. It's gonna happen where somebody like, you never do anything with me. You know that.
That's a lie.
Well, and but then you got to break it down to them kids. You got to be like,
Or you could be like, okay, I never do anything with. Okay, let's plan it tomorrow. What do you want to do? Nip it in
yeah.
the bud. I don't got time for it.
And do you create it an environment where the siblings can love and support each other in the future? Like, is that something that is an active thing that you're trying to practice within them?
Very important, yeah.
Gotta force each other on each other, hug each other at the argument. Hug
Yeah.
like you mean it.
I
I
try to
don't
tell
think
them that at some
so.
point y'all gonna need each other. Like
Yeah.
mommy and daddy might not always be around. Like some y'all might be all you got one day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think they got to
Exactly.
build their own bond. I'm not with that forced hugs. Like, no, but I leave them to with each other to spend time together. what, 8 years apart. I don't care. Played with the dolls, Deanna, and she ends up having a good time too. Like,
I think that's a lot more difficult with the age gap.
Yeah. I mean, there's only but so much you can do,
Yeah.
because and that was a thing about sibling rivalry. It's like the age gap, because what if you have a child, you know, D is going to be going off to college soon, and like you might become a different parent that you did when they were growing up, and they're like, "What? How do you get that? How does this kid get away with this?"
That's
And
valid. Yeah.
yeah, I am that
um,
parent. Deanna was definitely raised differently than Alora, but I just let Deanna know you grew up in a different time than Alora's growing up. I was younger and I needed you to move in. Alora gets a little more grace, unfortunately, but
mm,
I let her know, like, you're more prepared for life than Alora is. And
yeah,
I still have to prepare Alora for life.
yeah, that's true. 100%. And then they talked about this. How to deal with sibling rivalry, teach conflict resolution, build negotiation skills. Ooh, negotiate. Hmm. Never thought about that. I don't think that happened in my household. It's like y'all both gonna
Uh,
get it, or like I don't know, the
Or you better
negotiation.
negotiate.
Right, but
my
y'all
son be
figure it
trying.
out. Y'all go
He be
figure it out. Leave
trying.
me out of it.
You'll figure it out. And if you don't, I'm beating everybody.
Right. Oh, what about the escape members? Child, the escape members. One was stealing money from the other sibling. Did y'all, Tasha
Oh.
and Tamika or something like that from the escape group, and
Hmm.
and then they kicked the other group member out because of the whole financial thing. And the mom will always side with the other sister. Yeah, it can get real. Um, but then they said strengthening long term bonds. And I think that that's the most important thing, because I feel like there's nothing in the world that you can't figure out. It just takes you
Time.
time. It just sometimes takes time. Hopefully, not too much time in case something happens. Um, but yeah, I've always been able to get back in tune with any of you. You know, if it's been a month or two or a year. I haven't gone a year without talking to y'all, but yeah, you get my point.
Yeah.
All
There's never
right.
any love loss.
No love lost. No love lost. All right, before we get out of here, guys, let's do this real quick. Let's do this real quick, real quick. Steffon Diggs released from the Patriots. What? He was just at the Super Bowl. What happened? He was on top of the world, Craig.
I heard that the cost, it was like the money that I guess for his contract or whatever was more
Yeah.
expensive than they could afford. So I guess if they would have won the Super Bowl, they would have had enough money to keep him. I don't know. I don't know the whole logistics behind like the financial piece of sports, but that's what I saw on like a headline somewhere. That I think it was associated with the cost, and they wouldn't have been able to afford him for another extended contract. So that's why he was released. I could be wrong, but I think I read that somewhere.
Man, he brought views to the Patriots. People was tuning in because Steffon Diggs was there. He
Cardi
had
B
gave
was
them
there.
he gave them PR coverage for a whole year. They was throwing him out there at every press conference. Got him dating rappers. he
Yeah. The Patriots don't want that in that building. I think Chat
okay.
just mentioned that too.
Oh,
They're
let me
they're a
see. Let
no
me see.
nonsense kind of organization.
They don't deal with the troublemakers. Okay.
Yeah. I
He
mean, he's
left
32
Cardi
years old.
B.
He'll be 33 by the time next season starts, I believe. Like Brittany said, he just wasn't the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. Isn't that what they say? They feel like they could replace him in the draft more than likely, or pay that
Mm.
money to a younger guy to come in and do what he did. So he'll end up on another team somewhere.
Yeah, some people say it's his legal battles. You know, he has like lawsuits against him for assaulting his chef, and
I
he
mean,
also
sadly,
has.
none of that matters if you got the game to back it up on the field.
Okay, yeah,
None of that
100%.
matters.
100%. I agree. I've seen videos of football players beating their wives, and they still was on the field
Yeah,
playing.
if you can play, they'll find a way to get you out there.
Put them in an AA program or something like that, and they
I mean,
keep it
maybe he
moving.
ends up back in Buffalo, which is, well, he was in Minnesota at first, and that's where he became a star and had his best years in Buffalo. So we'll see if he goes back there.
Well, they say that he said on a post, "We family forever." That's what he said to the Patriots. We family forever, and I mean, just some of the stats. I mean, he's expected to be officially off the roster and be a free agent as in early next week. And yeah, productive season despite the move. Diggs was productive in 2025, leading the team with over 1,000 receiving yards and 85 catches as the Patriots' number 1 wideout. So, I mean, hey, like you said, I think there's always somebody else coming, and they're a big corporate, I mean, institution, so they're definitely gonna find someone else that can carry the weight of Steffon Diggs. But some people say this is his karma, baby mama drama, you know, hitting people allegedly. This is his karma of getting kicked off the Patriots and not winning the Super Bowl. Let me tell
He
you
tried to
something. Ain't
warn Cardi.
tell me
Sports fans tried to warn her.
Let me tell you something. Ain't no girl or a guy of mine is going to come to my game and then tell the press, "Good luck." Uh-uh. She got to go. She got to go. She can't be here. She bringing the wrong energy in this space. Cuz I'm watching. I'm watching what you say about me.
She said they
But she
broke up, but before
Hmm.
Yeah, that means that you can't come to the game. I'm like, she can't come to the game.
she was invited by the owner.
Nah, she gotta go. If you rearrange Stefan, you get offset. Right,
Facts.
that part. Well, shout out to Stefan Diggs. I hope that he continues to have a long and prosperous career. Even after sports, he seems like a person who has good personality. So, what would that be like in other areas of the media, entertainment? Guys, we have daylight savings time coming up on Monday. We're gonna be springing forward.
Monday or tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow, the 8th. Shout out. Yeah. So you're gonna lose the sleep, guys. You're gonna lose an hour of sleep. Spring forward, but that means that we're gonna have longer days.
Come on, somebody.
Longer. I know. That means summer is almost here, y'all. We can feel it. It'll be 68, 65 degrees here in New York, so that's gonna be really nice weather for us. Sunny. Can't wait to go to Central Park just to lay out. Um, and I want to pass it off to Coco and give us like a out inspo something. Take us out in a positive note.
I was not prepared for this.
It's okay. I
Take
feel like
us
you got it in
out.
your spirit. You got it in your spirit.
I don't know. Let's think. Don't forget to buy a generator in case the power goes out.
Come on,
Because
somebody.
that's all I have to say. Like that's where we're like prepare your doomsday kits. Okay.
Amen.
I
Prepare your
like it.
doomsday kit. I like
Mhm.
that.
And watch Leave the World Behind. It'll all make sense.
Right. Watch Leave the World Behind. Nah, that Listen, those are some good ones, guys. That's some good ones. Well, we'll see y'all on the next podcast. Want to thank you guys for joining. Thank you. It was really live and interactive. Once again, you can follow us on YouTube at the Tribe 9 channel. We already have one of our episodes on with some small 10 clips. And I'll be posting this hopefully within the next 24 hours. And yeah, if you guys leave us a comment, like it, share it with your friends. We host this like every other Saturdays, so it's really just a place where we can just come and vibe out. And peace and blessings to you all.